On this episode, everything you need to know about the big Saturday Kasey Kahne Racing news, including all the details, what's next, and what it means going forward. Let's go. It's Sunday, August 3rd. I'm Justin Fiedler. This is DIRTRACKR Daily presented by Kubota Genuine Parts. Today's daily show is being supported by our friends at American Table and the P.O. Box, two unique dining experiences not far from Knoxville Raceway. Knoxville Nationals Week is here, and things get started today with the Capitani Classic. When you're in the area for the races and you want something good to eat, check out American Table and the P.O. Box. They proudly support the racing community, and their historic location in Oskaloosa, Iowa offers two dining experiences under one roof. Inside the beautifully restored post office that was built in 1902, you'll find an elevated experience upstairs with American Table featuring a great menu and Sunday brunch. That brunch would be good today or next Sunday after the Nationals while you're recovering. Downstairs, you've got the P.O. Box open Monday through Saturday, serving up crave-worthy comfort food, cold drinks, and a cozy vibe. Whether you're refueling after the races or grabbing a bite before heading to the track, they've got a spot for you. Find them at 206 North Market Street in Oskaloosa, Iowa, and visit them online at AmericanTableRestaurant.com. So here's what we're going to do today. This episode is going to cover all of the relevant details from the big Kasey Kahne Racing news that came out last night. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to react to. I want to give this thing some space. I don't want other things to get buried. And when you do this show like I do, you can do whatever you want. So I'm going to do a second show today, get into all of that other racing stuff and other news later on. So don't fret. All right, let's jump into this. We had a huge news drop last night with Kasey Kahne Racing swapping out the entire 49 crew for High Limit Championship leader Brad Sweet. This first hit my messages earlier yesterday evening, and by 9 p.m. Eastern time, the news was public. The initial word was that team owner Kasey Kahne had fired the entire 49 crew, but Kahne told Jeremy Elliott he did not fire anyone. All were told at some point on Saturday, though, that they were no longer on the 49 and that the crew members on Kasey's 9 team would be swapping over. So that means Andrew Bowman, Tate Williamson, and Kyler Kirkvliet will don 49 Napa crew shirts and start working on Sweet's car starting tonight with the Capitani Classic. But instead of switching the two teams and keeping everything else going, Kahne has decided to park his own 9 car for the time being and just focus on the 49. That meant that crew chief Ty Wolfgang and crew members Cole Newhoffen and Zane Jackson are in some sort of limbo situation with no car to work on. Wolfgang then making the decision to leave KKR completely, and he shared in a social media post, quote, "Grateful for past opportunities, looking forward to what may be next. I'm actively seeking any and all opportunities to continue my career in the wing sprint car scene," unquote. Wolfgang also telling SprintCarUnlimited.com, quote, "I was relieved of my duties as crew chief on the 49 car. I'm actively looking for an opportunity to compete at the sport's highest level, regardless of where it may be. I feel confident in my abilities and don't feel I was the problem," unquote. It seems as though there is some confusion out there about the order of events here, but as I understand it, Kasey Kahne decides he's making a change, pulls the 49 crew off, puts the 9 crew in, then Wolfgang decides to quit. Given his experience with KKR the last few seasons, I doubt Wolfgang will be on the sidelines here very long, especially knowing how difficult it can be these days to find sprint car crew members. I wouldn't be shocked if Wolfgang stayed in Knoxville this week and found work on another team almost immediately. Supposedly, this has been brewing for a while, and things came to a head back on Friday after the 49 came up light at the scales following qualifying at the 360 Nationals. The team loaded up after that and did not return for Saturday action. That whole situation felt odd in the moment, as it's a weird mistake to make for a team of that caliber and then to just call it a night after that, not even attempt to run anything else. Before yesterday, though, I hadn't heard anything about there being issues within this team, and it's surprising to see such big changes made during Knoxville Nationals Week for a driver leading a national championship. Sweet and the 49 currently have 12 points on the 7BC, but the ball is really in their court with Tyler Courtney and Aaron Reitzel both out. Both Clausen Marshall and Ridge have picked up very capable subs in Gio Scelzi and Justin Sanders, but those are difficult situations to jump into and just immediately be fast. Even with what we've seen lately from Rico Abreu, Sweet would have still been the odds-on favorite to win the High Limit title. We've seen Kahne be decisive before, though, so clearly he felt like this wasn't working. This was Wolfgang's first season as a crew chief, and really a high profile and high pressure spot to be in for someone's first go at that spot. Remember, he was bumped up to that position after previous crew chief Eric Prutzman initially decided he wanted to travel less, so he moved off the 49 team and was going to lead Kahne's 9 car in a partial schedule for 2025. Kahne, though, eventually deciding to stay full-time high limit, and KKR and Prutzman then abruptly parting ways right before the high limit opener at Las Vegas. Things started well for Wolfgang and Sweet with 2 wins in their first 10 races together this season. They then had some tough nights into the spring before eventually winning again with the Outlaws in June at Beaver Dam. They broke a 16-race high-limit winless streak then at Florence on July 11th. Things at the Kings Royal, though, then going sideways with Sweet's crash and subsequent injury. This team, not terrible by any stretch, with 4 wins and still consistent. Their top 5 percentage is actually up just a bit on tour with high limit this year, but win percentage and top 10 percentage are down, and the average finish has dropped off more than a position and a half over 2024, so definitely some decline here. I've seen some out there wondering if all of the other responsibilities for Brad Sweet have hurt his performance this season in the 49, but it's not like all of that is new. He's been juggling driving the 49 car, plus running high limit, running Silver Dollar, really doing all of that for the last few years. I just don't know that I'd put the decline here on that. Going forward, Sweet's car will be in capable hands with Andrew Bowman, and I'm assuming here that Bowman is going to kind of be in charge here. He was the tire guy for several of Sweet's Outlaw championships, and he's been leading Kahne's team all season. It sounds like Kahne himself will also be heavily involved in the 49 as well. What's a bit strange is Kahne now gives up any shot at earning a second high limit franchise with this move parking his car. There are 6 available this year, and the 9 did still have a chance at one. If the season ended right now, Kahne wouldn't have gotten one of those franchises with the 87, the 13, the 26, the 88, the 14, and the 5 in position to get them. But with still 24 race nights left, a lot can still happen. The 9 dropping out, though, basically confirms those 6 teams will be the next to earn high-limit franchise, almost guaranteed for next season. The cars of Chase Randall, Cy Lynch, and Danny Sams wouldn't be in line for one, given they've only raced this season. Remember, those high-limit charters, these first 2 seasons were going to be based on where you finished in each of those seasons, so basically combining that, and I'm assuming, into an average. But a lot to digest here with this story. Sweet with a whole new crew going forward. The 9 is parked. Kahne won't run the Nationals, and Ty Wolfgang hunting his next job after losing his spot from the championship leading car. Drop your comments below. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. Does this surprise you? Does it not surprise you? Do you think this will turn, how do we even say, will this turn Sweet's season around? He's the championship leader with 4 sprint car wins. But anyway, go ahead and react. Curious what you guys think. That's it for now. Stay tuned, though. We'll be back a little bit later today to talk a bunch more dirt racing stuff from the weekend. So see you for now.